Hi, my name is Portia.
And I'm Bryce.
And we are Buzzing with Portia and Bryce.
Right. There you go. All right.
Here's to your viewers. Okay. Our subject today is going to be
alcoholism. We know just about everybody's family has been touched by someone being an alcoholic or even a drug addict. But I'm going to talk about alcoholism because my nephew has been drinking entirely too much. He has drank to the point where his little hands were shaking. So he knew he had a problem and he wanted to fix it. So we kept telling him, to pray about it, and stop that, because alcoholism will cause your liver to fail. You can get cirrhosis of the liver from drinking a whole lot of alcohol. And I know back in the day, I used to drink. I would drink anything that come out new. And when I go to bed, the bed be swimming, your head be swimming. And you tell God, if you let the bed stop spinning, I won't drink anymore.
I know that's real.
Knowing good well you were going to drink the next day.
or either be over that porcelain, what they call that porcelain bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
not good.
not good. But as I growed up, I growed out of that. I never was an alcoholic, but I just drank. But some people get a hold of alcohol and they can't let it go. They have to start drinking first thing in the morning when they get up, drink for breakfast, dinner, lunch, in between, and just drink. But my nephew, he wanted to quit, and he just tried. He had a brother that drank alcoholism to where it killed him. And Portia, back in the day, used to hear your mama, grandma, and them talking about people that drank all the time. They said they're going to drink themselves to death. And I used to wonder, how can you drink yourself to death?
Exactly.
But as I've gotten grown and see this happening, you can literally drink yourself to death because it makes your liver fail.
Right.
And it's just not good for your liver. It's not good for nothing. But my nephew has done good. He really has. This particular nephew, he stopped cold turkey because he wanted to, he wanted to so bad, to leave that stuff so bad. He didn't want to go into no treatment center. He wanted to do it on his own. And I used to tell him all the time, well, you got to pray about it, Tyrone, you got to pray about it. And then everybody else was praying for him. And God was listening. When God knows your heart,
that's right.
When He knows your heart, honey, He helped you out. He never leave you.
That's right.
No matter what you're doing, He'll never leave you.
That's right.
You just gotta trust and believe that He will.
Absolutely.
And a month ago, Tyrone put that bottle down, and he hasn't drank anything else anymore.
Wow.
Anymore. That is a blessing. He used to, and Ciroc was his thing, and he would drink it straight. That boy would come out with a bottle that tall of Ciroc. And yeah, Tyrone, give me a shot. Okay, well that's all you're getting. You're getting a little shot. But we would have fun, getting our little shot and stuff, But I am so glad that my nephew has come out of this what you call it, sunken place.
This sunken place, that's right.
Yeah, and he's doing real good.
Okay, now we're gonna give him 2 claps. What's his name? Whole name?
Tyrone.
Marcus Tyrone, this is for you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. Like I said, everybody's family is touched, but I just wanted to put that out there because he used to just drink, and he done it on his own. He stopped because he really wanted to stop. He didn't want to keep being there because he's young, He didn't want to keep doing that the rest of his life.
And then he probably have seen other people that was drinkers that died, and he just didn't want to die, or either leave that, or either have that feeling of, I can't get out of this. Every time he crawls up out of it, he just falls back down. This time, that strongness, that soul in him told him, this time, baby, you ain't gonna fall back down.
Fall back down.
You know, you gonna get up out of that.
And he did.
And he did. And he did. I'm telling you, that is a blessing.
That is a blessing in itself.
That really is. And I think, just like how you said, everybody knows an alcoholic, or either grew up with one, or either know someone that are friends. My father was an alcoholic, and
mine too.
Really, it's not a pretty thing to grow up with someone that's an alcoholic. But what you do, you kind of get that much smarter, you know, because to me, whenever you go through anything, that's a learning period.
It is.
You know, and that's how people need to look at it, instead of getting depressed or, oh, woe is me, like, you know, my father was like this and he beat me and all this stuff. Although my father did not beat me, you know, but he was very verbally abusive. And to me, that's just as bad. You know, anybody who go through anything that's verbally abusive, that's just like you're taking a whip and, you know,
beat you down.
Exactly. And then that lasts for a long time, because those words steady echo in your head what they have said to you and about you, because an alcoholic don't care what they say to you.
You don't.
So, you know, who wants to grow up feeling so, because that also kind of takes your self-esteem away when you're with an verbally abusive person, and that's how alcoholics can get.
That's
so, that's not good at all for anyone to be around, nor is it, you know, pleasant for a child. You know, like, we just kind of put up with it when we are children, but once we grow up and know more, either you will be an alcoholic too, because you take on those tendencies, or you will be smart enough and say, no, I'm not going to be like that.
I know my mom used to say, as we was teenagers, you know, she know we were drinking beer and stuff, she used to say, I don't see how you all even drink that stuff the way your father acted. And you know, and my dad was alcohol clear up until I was 21. So as I was growing up, you know, from as far as I can remember, he drank. I mean, as a little bitty child, you know, 3, 4 years old, he's drinking, getting drunk, and it wasn't very pleasant. It wasn't a pleasant place to grow up, because we were scared. Because every time he would start getting drunk, you know, he would start doing that, talking out loud, you know, mean, telling us to do this, do that, and we wasn't doing nothing. You know, stop this, stop that, you know, I'm going to beat your tail, you know, and I'm going to do this, you know. And he drank that whole time. And when we was coming up, you know, we were athletic children. And as we was coming up, you know, we started playing basketball, softball, you know, doing these good things. My dad never once come to see me play. You know, he never come to see my sister and them play. We were good in basketball, you know, I was the bomb, you know, I got plenty of trophies, you know, and my sister and them was good too. My baby sister was good, you know, playing, but he never come to see us. You know, and so I missed out on a whole lot. I missed out on having a good father when I was coming up. You know, and I know I'm not the only one. I couldn't be the only one.
No,
you know,
not at all.
That's the way their life was when they was coming up. I mean, because when he stopped drinking when I was 21, was shoot, I was ready to go then. You know, matter of fact, I had already done left home. You know, and so then it was too late then. You know, because all of that anger and stuff that I had put toward him, you know, was still there. You know, and it took me a long time to get over that. As a matter of fact, I was 26 years old before I even started even talking to him. I wouldn't even talk to him. If I see him coming down the highway, he coming one way, I'd turn around and go back the other way, just so I wouldn't have to pass him.
Wow. You
know, I didn't even want to be in the same house with him. And then I got rebellious because I didn't want him there. You know, I wanted my mama to just pack us up, pack her stuff, and just get gone. You know, get away from all of that. It's not good for your children to see all of that.
That's right.
You know, and I see that now, you know, as a grown woman. I wouldn't want my child going through that, growing up like that. With a person in the household that's an alcoholic that scares your children to death. It's a wonder if I just didn't quit school and get on down. You know, but the very minute I did, I always said, the minute I turned 18, the minute I graduate, I'm gone. That's exactly what I did. When I graduated, I walked down, I got my diploma. As I was walking, I was taking my cap off. You know, we throwed our cap. I unzipped that gown. My car was already packed. I was ready to go. And I left. So it's not good for alcoholism to be in your, you know, you bring your children up around stuff like that.
No, it's not. But on the same token, that I guess my thing is, maybe you have to understand about the mother, you know, because if you think that he has belittled, put down, and harassed the children, you best believe that he done
something.
The mother for 50 times worse.
Yes, yes.
Until she's in that sunken place. And a lot of women can pack that stuff up and say, forget this shit, and keep it moving. But it's not that many that's married that will actually do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And back in the day, Portia, you know, a lot of women stayed with their husband no matter what.
That's right.
And nowadays, honey, they quick to leave.
Quick.
Get on down.
Quick to leave.
I see you. Deuces.
Exactly.
I'm gone.
Exactly. And see, if you see stuff like that, you know, this generation, to me, I can give, you know, 2 thumbs up for, because if you see it right away, do not tolerate it. And that's what I guess our moms did. They just tolerated, because my mom had